YouTube, what's going on, guys? Vaughn back with another video. Um, Today I wanted to talk about, um, just like the grind that gotta try to push forward, and just thinking about, my life, thinking about a lot of different things, and just thinking about the grind. And I feel like sometimes when you're trying to achieve something, Um, it could be something with school, it could be work, it could be whatever it is at the moment. Um, those little challenges, as far as like it could be going to the gym after work, it could be working and still having to go to school, um, regular school, trade school, whatever it is. And sometimes it's hard to keep that motivation, especially what I feel in my life. A lot of times it's hard for me to stay consistent. Sometimes I try to it could be some type of motivation that puts you in that mindset to remind you of why you're doing what you're doing. um but you got to have something there that's that's basically going to remind you about why you're doing what you're doing, and what is the purpose, and what is going to help you in the long run, um, once you get to your goal, whatever that is. Um, but you got to try and find it just to keep you going. Because sometimes when you're grinding, it can definitely start to affect you somewhat mentally. And the grind is tough. The grind could be for a month, a couple months, years, especially people that is in school for so long, um, things like that. So I was just thinking about that today, man. Just thinking about the grind. When I look at certain people, and I think to myself, like, damn, it could be like a doctor, it could be um, somebody that persevered, or somebody that didn't have anything and went through everything. And now you see what they're doing. It could be an electrician that has their own company. It could be a doctor. It can be somebody that, you know, left their 9 to 5 job to grow their business, and they're doing what they want to do now, their true passion. And I think about that, and I think about like everything what that person had to overcome, everything what that person had to go through. I think about everything like, damn, that's difficult, because I know that they're human beings just like us, and I know that they had to have a lot of challenges along the way, and they were able to push past. So sometimes I feel like we could use those people as motivation, especially when you see people doing what you want to do, or that, okay, this person had to go through a lot to get to that level, and probably you could just use that person as some type of motivation. um so that's what I wanted to talk about today. Whatever you're doing, keep grinding, use whatever you have to as motivation, and in the end, whatever your goal is, you know just always keep that in the back of your mind when you're trying to achieve what you're trying to achieve. Because I feel like whenever you're grinding and you're staying on that road, sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes you feel like giving up. Sometimes you're like, why am I doing this? Like why am I doing this? And sometimes it's not even a guarantee that it's going to work out for you just because you're doing that. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, man. Just whatever y'all doing out there, man. Just keep grinding, keep working at it day by day, building some confidence, whatever it is. As always, my goal on this channel is try to uplift people in some form of way. Um, yeah, so that's what I basically wanted to talk about today. Is just like, keeping up that grind even when things get tough. Yeah. So, all right, guys. Peace.